WTNT and Talk570.com. This is Jeff Kuhner. 570 WTNT. Live from Washington, D.C., it's the last honest man in Washington. It's the Jeff Kuhner Show. From the Washington Times, from our nation's capital, live from the belly of the beast, it's Kuhner time.
Welcome back to the Kuhner Show on 570 WTNT, the last honest man in Washington. 301-984-9570 is the number. 301-984-9570. My friends, as I said yesterday, we've introduced a new segment onto the Kuhner Show. Every Friday at 1 o'clock in the second hour, we are going to have a topic, issue, or guest that is the listener's choice. You can call in your vote, or better yet, email it in at Kuhner Time, K-U-H-N as in Nancy, E-R, time, one word, Kuhner Time at live.com. We will tally up the votes for the whole week. By Thursday at 5 o'clock, we will cut off the voting, and then the next day, we will discuss your topic or have your guests on the show. It is for you, the people, the listeners, the wonderful listeners of Kuhner Country to decide. We had our vote yesterday. This is the topic. These are the guests that all of you felt most passionate about, that got clearly the most votes. It is Obama's birth certificate issue. In particular, the case by attorney Mario Apuzzo and Commander Charles Kerchner. We have both of them on as guests. For all of you out there, they are now waging a lawsuit in the federal courts to demand that President Obama reveal his birth certificate. What is interesting about both of these men, and this is the key legal point, is that both of these men initiated the lawsuit after he was confirmed by Congress, but before he was sworn in. So this is one of the most legally effective suits against Obama on the issue of his birth certificate that is out there. I want to welcome both of them to the show. Mr. Mario Apuzzo, the attorney for Commander Charles Kerchner, and of course Commander Charles Kerchner himself. Gentlemen, welcome to the Kuhner Show.
Good afternoon, Jeff, and good afternoon to your listeners. This is Mario Apuzzo.
Hi, Mario. Commander Kerchner, are you on the line with us?
Yes, I am. Good afternoon. Glad to be here, and we're ready to talk about the topic.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, both of you, for coming on the show. Let me just go first to you, Mario. For all of our listeners out there who haven't probably been following your lawsuit very closely, when did you initiate the lawsuit? What's the ultimate goal and purpose of your lawsuit, and what's its current status? Go.
Yes, it's very important what you said. The suit was filed at about 12:50 a.m. on January the 20th, 2009. As you correctly stated, that was after President Obama...
2:50 a.m., Mario. 2:50 a.m.
What did I say?
12:50, but that's okay.
Yeah, 2:50 a.m. On that particular day in the morning. It was done electronically, so just for your listeners, they might think, well, how could you send something in at 2:50 a.m.? In the federal court, it's done electronically. So anyway, it was done at that particular time because we wanted to file it before he was sworn in. So at that point, he had been confirmed by Congress. There was nothing else to be done politically because the courts had been waiting for Congress, the Electoral College, to do something neither of those two did anything. So now, we waited for that particular moment, but before he was sworn in, because we wanted to make sure that he was still a private person at that point. He was still not the president. And the reason why that's important is because standing is established at the moment that you file a lawsuit. So our standing is as of that particular moment in time, and the Kerchner lawsuit is the only lawsuit in the country that has that particular feature to it. So that's
I got you. In other words, he wasn't sued while he occupied the White House. He was sued while he was still technically a private citizen, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
And he has a burden of proof to show that he is eligible for that position. Now, Article 2 states that you have to be a natural-born citizen. You have to have an age of 35. You have to have a residency of 14 years. Those are the basic elements. But the point is, and it's self-evident, that anybody who wants to run for office has to show proof that they meet that requirement. And now the Obama supporters are basically saying that we have the burden of proof to show that he was not born in Hawaii, that he's not a natural-born citizen, which is absurd because, first of all, he hides all his documents, right? And we can't get evidence as to, who the man is, where he comes from, what he did, and at the same time, they want us to have the burden of proof to show that he's not born there. He has the burden of proof to do that. So that's why the Kerchner case is unique, and there's so much involved in it, and I'm sure we'll get into that. But I wanted to just say that very quickly, and the lawsuit has two parts to it.